Hey everybody, it's Tim here with Horror Movie Yearbook. Let's take a look at what is coming out for the week of September 20th, 2024. Alright, first up, September 17th on VOD is Hauntology. An older sister takes her fearless runaway sibling on a road trip to share the most chilling tales surrounding their hometown. This stars Samantha Robinson, Naomi Grossman, and Nancy Keys from the original Halloween. This is written and directed by Parker Brennan. They've mostly done shorts to this point. This is their feature length. This is a Kickstarter campaign. I watched the trailer from this one. It says it's about Ohio, one of the most haunted places in the country. So it's really capitalizing on that Netflix Deliverance heat. There are a couple reviews out there right now. Kat Hughes of THN says Hauntology deviates from several anthology conventions, producing a more cohesive collection of stories. So there you go. If you're interested in that, there is a trailer out there. You can check it out on VOD September 17th. That's Hauntology. Next up is Lord of Wolves. When his housemate dies under mysterious circumstances, Nick Cross inherits a mysterious pyramid-shaped contraption left at the scene, unwittingly summoning a cult of wolf people who dwell in the dark underbelly of London. As Nick's paths cross with three troubled strangers, they must unite to defeat the Lord of Wolves before they're transformed into one of his beastly pack. It's quite an in-depth plot description for IMDb especially. This is written and directed by Charlie Steeds. He has done Die Alone, Night of the Harvest, a movie called Vampire Virus. I believe he's a producer and director on those. The stars Michaela Longden, John Holmes, Elliot Hadley, and Ray Kaliha. No reviews that I could find for this one as of this recording. I did watch the trailer. It does take place in London. It does seem to be about a werewolf cult of werewolf-esque looking monsters ruling London from the shadows. I don't know. You can decide for yourself. This is on VOD this week. Next up, also on September 20th and on VOD, is Curse of the Sin Eater. A poor construction worker makes a deal with a dying business mogul to inherit billions, only to discover that he has also been cursed by the man's terrifying sins. This stars Carter Shrimp, Elizabeth Laidlaw, and Shayna Shruten. This is directed by Justin Denton, who has mostly done visual effects on movies like Twilight, Breaking Dawn, 47 Ronin, and Prometheus. He also did the cinematics for The Elder Scrolls. I dug the trailer for this. It's got a fun hook with the whole eating of the sins. Nightmare on Film Street podcast said of the movie, overall, for those who delight in the merging of mythic tales with the moral quandaries of the modern world, Curse of the Sin Eater offers a satisfyingly spooky dish. It's an appetizing debut from Justin Denton, presenting a banquet of horrors that might just have you pondering your own price for prosperity. I am adding this to my watch list. Will I watch it before the end of the year? Who knows? It depends on how fast I start burning through my watch list at the end of the year. But I like a good morality tale, and that seems to be what this is going for. That is Curse of the Sin Eater, and that is on VOD on September 20th. Next up in theaters on September 20th is Last Straw. A small-town killing spree lands on the doorstep of a rural diner where a young waitress must fight for her life over the course of one long night. This stars Jessica Belkin, Taylor Kowalski, and Jeremy Sisto, one of my favorites. This is directed by Alan Scott Neal, who has been a casting assistant on some pretty big shows. The Rehearsal, The Sympathizer, Uncut Gems, the movie with Adam Sandler, and Euphoria. He was the casting associate. So a lot of casting credits on his IMDb. This is sitting at 75% with 16 reviews. So a decent amount of reviews in. It's sitting on the fresh on the tomato meter. Megan Navarro of Bloody Disgusting says, the siege horror is effective and Neil's assured grasp on the tricky narrative framing makes for an engaging debut. She gave it a 3 out of 5. That is Last Straw. That is out in theaters this week, September 20th. Next up is probably the movie from this week that I'm most interested in checking out when I am able to. That is The Substance. A fading celebrity decides to use a black market drug, a cell-replicating substance that temporarily creates a younger, better version of herself. This is in theaters this week, September 20th. It stars Margaret Qualley, who was in Driveway Dolls, probably one of my favorite movies, non-horror movies from this year. It also has Dennis Quaid and Demi Moore. in the starring role. This got great reviews at Cannes a couple months back. It's written and directed by Coralie Farge. She directed Revenge. This is a few years back now, actually. It was a movie that I really wanted to love, and there was stuff that I really liked in it, but rape revenge movies aren't my thing. It was a pretty gorgeous movie from a visual standpoint, though. As I mentioned, this got great reviews at Cannes. It is currently sitting at 92% certified fresh with 76 reviews. Chris Bumbray of Joe Blow and Arrow on the Head says, whatever you might be expecting from The Substance, think again. This movie is crazy, all caps. I am staying away from trailers and reviews, in-depth reviews of this movie until I'm able to see it, because I don't want to be spoiled. This is one of those movies I want to go in fresh. So that is The Substance. It is out in theaters this week. The next big release in theaters is Never Let Go, a family that has been haunted by an evil spirit for years. Their safety and their surroundings come into question when one of the children questions if the evil is real. This stars Halle Berry, Matthew Kevin Anderson, Anthony B. Jenkins, and Stephanie Levine. This is written by Casey Coughlin. It is directed by Alexandra Haha. I would say I've liked more than I haven't. The last one I watched, though, was Crawl, which is a movie I loved. It was probably one of my favorites from that year, 2019. No reviews for this one yet, though. I did watch the trailer. It's very A Quiet Placey, very Bird Boxy. I do like the talent involved, and there are some effective moments in the trailer. There's some creepy moments. I'm going to add it to the watch list due to the talent. It is out in theaters this week, Friday, September 20th. All right, let's knock out a couple of quick ones that have release dates. I believe they're playing very limited. They are international movies. The first up is a Chilean horror movie called Invoking Yell, set in the 1990s. The story of 3 20-something women who venture into the woods to shoot a demo tape for their black metal band. I think I'm interested in that. This is directed by Patricio Valadares, and it's written by Barry Keating and Patricia Valadares. This has 8 reviews right now, sitting at 88%, so mostly positive. Mary Beth McAndrews of Dread Central says Invoking Yell is a violent, creepy, and shining example of contemporary international found footage. I dig found footage movies. I'm going to throw this on the watch list. Will I get to it? I don't know. But I like found footage, and I like black metal movies. And the other international release that I believe is also on VOD is No Voltz. When 2 siblings return to their childhood home, they are confronted by a violent supernatural presence that dwells deep within their worst traumas. This stars Paulette Hernandez. It is directed by Alejandro Hidalgo and written by Ricardo Aveles. Hidalgo directed The Exorcism of God and The House at the End of Time, which are 2 recent movies. I've not seen them. This is a Tubi original, though, and I have had pretty good luck with those this year. So a correction, this is not on VOD. This is on Tubi. It has a trailer that I thought was kind of creepy as well. I do believe Invoking Yell, I think I said it was theatrical. I believe it's on VOD, maybe a little limited theatrical. So those are the 2 international releases that are coming out this week. You can check them out. You can also check out the latest episode of our podcast where we pick our top 10 movies. Willie and I pick our top 10 movies from the 1970s, and it is a very good episode. So check it out. We also go through some of your listener lists. Some good choices on there, too, obviously. We have a great listener base, but you can check that out wherever you get your podcasts. Horror Movie Yearbook at any podcasting service you can think of. Patreon.com/MidwestPodNet. If you like what we do here and you want to donate, please feel free. It also gets you access to early editions of our Tiny Terrors and The Honor Roll, which is where every month I sit down and talk about the movies that I watched from my watch list that I really loved and that I think will make my top 10 list at the end of the year. Thank you, everybody, for watching this. Go enjoy some horror movies this week, and I will be back next time.